Hi, everyone. This is Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to today's Pick a Card reading. Today, I'm going to ask my spirit guides what's next in love with a psychic prediction. I do have some charms and some initials for you, so we're going to be getting some clues, some evidence. Please use this reading to help you to manifest the love that you are worthy and deserving of, or to confirm a love that's come into your life recently. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to anybody that's newly guided here. We have three choices, so let's take a look at our choices. So I have these three beautiful hearts. So group A is this beautiful couple, okay, looking at each other. A soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. So a soulmate energy is group A. Group B is this beautiful dove. Arms wide open, ready to receive. And I have a new beginning. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. So that feels nice as well. And group C is this beautiful kind of passionate heart, it looks like. And it's a transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. So are you ready to enter into a transformation? Take a moment, take a deep breath, and I will timestamp your readings, and I'll meet you in your readings. We'll see you then. If you picked group A, soulmate, this reading is for you. So this beautiful couple staring at each other, I'm calling in my soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. So we want to be manifesting our soulmate. You probably know your soulmate is out there. A lot of you can feel it, like you feel like you have dreams, or you feel like there's someone out there, and like that missing piece of the puzzle energy. So let's see what they have for you. Let's get some cards going on this table. Spirit, I call upon you for loving messages. What is it that you need us to know? Anything about new energy coming towards us? Help us to manifest today. Help us to show us what's on its way. I am listening for you now. I have imperfections. Love is a beautiful mess. Embrace its imperfections. Okay, so it might not be perfect, but it will be perfect for you. And the other thing that came into me was the messy bed. That maybe it's somebody who doesn't make their bed. You know, that might be a clue. That why am I going to make my bed when I have to get into it every night? You know, it's just going to get messy again. You know, somebody who has that kind of feeling. But yeah, imperfection. They might not be perfect. Maybe you end up making the bed, but it's perfect for you. And that's okay too. I have a connection. You guys know I love bridges. Love is the bridge connecting our souls, and cherish those connections. So I'm ready to walk across that bridge and find you, is what Spirit just said. So this person could be searching for you now. Just remember, you're not the only one out there looking. This person's looking for you. Okay, so sometimes you get lucky. They find you first. And they're saying sparks at the bottom of the deck. So I've got sparks and chemistry happening. Keep the sparks flying. Surprise each other with gestures of love. But I have sparks are flying in this connection. So that's important to know. Am I going to have chemistry with this person? Am I going to be attracted to this person? They're saying yes, absolutely. They're also showing me that there's two things they just showed me. There's a height difference, like there was a substantial height difference. So maybe you're very short. So anybody who's going to be with you is going to be much taller. So they showed me the height difference, and they also showed me a little bit of an age difference. Now they are saying age gap now. So I'm asking like how big of an age gap. They're saying it's not tremendous. It's like 6 years, 6 to 10 years. I'm going to use that as a range. So it's not like 20, 30 years. But there is an age gap, and you will notice that. And it's in either direction. I'm not getting it specific. So that will take. I have a Queen of Swords. I have a Three of Pentacles. I have an Ace of Pentacles. And I have an Emperor. It's interesting because it came into me as you work really well together. So the first thing that might connect you is some kind of intellectual connection, work, being very synergistic with something that you're working on. You could be very fascinated with each other's careers, and you could do some brainstorming on things like that. I have an Emperor and an Ace of Pentacles, and that feels like definitely somebody who's generous. All right. This person has the ability to not only attract money and keep it and maintain it. I feel like they're one of those people who can create multiple streams of income for themselves. Always think of ways that, like, they're never going to be without ways of making money. All right. They have always found ways to make money. All right. So they're one of those people that have great ideas, probably an entrepreneur, or would love to be out there working for themselves. And it is a feeling of they get their arms around wealth. Okay. So now I don't know how wealthy they are, but they have streams of income coming in. But they also admire you and they see you as a team. So you could be very bright. You could be very smart. You could be, they're saying also very generous. So they see that we could make a great team. We could it's almost like a feeling of putting our two heads together and creating the kind of lifestyle that we want is how I feel. I have a Knight of Cups, gorgeous. I have a Three of Wands and I have a Lovers. Thank you, Spirit. So there's this feeling of I can see night comes in. I'm going to say it's a romance of a lifetime. I am. A Lover's card. That's your soulmate. The Knight of Cups, and then this Three of Wands. So this person falls in love. You fall in love with each other. I'm just going to say it that way. And you both start talking about a future. You both are daydreaming about a future, Spirit saying, even before we talk about it. We both want the same things. We both see the same things. We like the same things. They're saying, so you have a lot in common. And yeah, it was almost a feeling of you're just so special to me. So somebody is seeing you as either unique, different, special, one of a kind, something like that. And that's why they're falling for you. But I feel like you're the whole package. I feel like they're seeing you as somebody they can, team with and brainstorm with. They have a business mind. So this person is probably always kind of thinking about what they're going to do next or pushing themselves. And they want somebody to bounce ideas off of. So if you're that kind of person and you're really good at kind of generating ideas, they're going to love that. There's going to be a lot of synergy between the two of you, is how I feel. Spirit, tell me some personality traits. Anything about this person that I should know? I'm very truthful. Beautiful. Patient. I like that. Off to a good start. They're inspired. Yeah, I think that there's something about this person. I think that other people are inspired by them as well. Okay. They could employ people, but they could be one of those bosses that's just really good to everybody. Like they're your friend boss. They take care of you, your family. They make sure that you have everything you need. So they're inspiring that they kind of do all the right things for people around them, is how it feels. They're very forgiving, very understanding. I have very magnetic energy between the two of you. They just shared with me when our eyes meet, that first time our eyes meet, it's almost like, if I don't know that it's love at first sight, it's pretty intense. Okay. So you're going to have that deep dive, eye contact. So that feels nice. I have dark eyes coming in on both sides. I have receptive. I have loyal and truthful. And I've been healed. I'm in a different place in my life. They're sharing with me that, they've been on a journey. They've had other relationships, but they're at a different place in their life, and they want somebody to share it with. So there's a part of me that's saying, I'm not going to settle because I know what a relationship is and I know what it takes to have a relationship work. And I'm busy. This person's very, very busy with life. And I feel like they are, they're not really interested in wasting their time or yours. So I'm going to say they're probably pretty exciting because they probably have a lot going on and they probably have like, you know, just stuff going on around them all the time. Probably really interesting. I'm not looking for casual. Here's a hookup, right? I'm not looking for a hookup. Yeah, this person doesn't have time for casual. They're not interested in playing like back and forth text messaging, back and forth, back and forth. They're not going to do that. Finances. Okay, so finances are I feel like in place. I am leaning more towards they're on the good side of finances than the bad side of finances. So I feel positive about that. I have lots of friends. I want you to meet my friends. I'm not afraid to introduce you to my friends. So I feel like you like their friends. You like the people they hang out with. So that's kind of gives you an impression of who they really are as well. And I have marriage. This is the one, bottom of the deck. I feel like I am realizing that there's something going on here. Okay, there's something special. There's something going on here. And yeah, I'm not afraid to move forward, Spirit's saying. I feel like it just naturally, organically moves forward. I don't feel like we have to rush things or push things, or I feel like it just unfolds. So let this unfold, because this is, I don't want to say let them take the lead, but I would say they're a strong divine masculine energy. And I would feel like they want to take the lead. So if they're taking initiative and they are consistent and they are persistent, then fine, let them take the lead because they'll keep the ball rolling. That feels good. Let's get some initials. I have the letter F. I have a J. I have somebody who's tall. I do feel the height difference. I have a T today. I have a spiritual connection. Maybe we feel like it's a soul connection. Maybe we feel like, I feel like I've known you forever. I have an M, a W. I have an S. I have somebody has a scar. Okay, that might be a good clue. Maybe they had surgery when they were, in high school. They tore their knee open and, had to have surgery, something like that. I have wealthy. And I have intellectual. So I've got smart and wealthy. Not a bad combination heading into it. I have curvy. Somebody's got curves. Maybe I like curves. Maybe I like your curves. And I'm not afraid of curves. I want curves. Let's see what is their sign, Spirit? They could be a Pisces. I have a Capricorn. I have an Aries. I have a Leo. Let's get one more. And I have a Taurus. Okay, so just a handful of clues there. Spirit, tell me anything else about this connection you want me to know. Then we'll do some charms. So what do you want us to know about this connection? I have matching outfits. I always laugh at this card. I don't feel like you're going to be that goofy, but I always look at it as, okay, we have to go somewhere. We're going to go to a football game. So we both put on the football, team that we are, rooting for. So yeah, I see something like that, but I don't see like goofy, matching. Or if we do it, it's like a joke. It's the Christmas ugly sweater party, and we both put on Christmas ugly sweaters, like it's something like that. It's a joke. It's not that we have matching clothes. I have let's watch the sunrise. Let's watch sunsets. That feels romantic to me. I feel like I don't care what we do. It just all feels kind of nice and cozy, and so there is a kind of a little bit of a hopeless romantic within this person. Like, let's get up early and see the sunrise. Let's go. Nice. I have a good morning text. I feel the consistency. I think that's something you can look forward to, that maybe because this person's in the business world of some kind, they're used to routine. They're used to communicating. So their communication skills are probably going to be very good. Okay. That they have a very, they get up at the same time. They eat breakfast. They go and they work out. They shower. They go to work, so they have a very strict routine typically. And they're going to find in their day when they can reach out to you, and they'll be pretty consistent about that. And I feel like that's going to be a clue, whether they reach out to you after they eat breakfast or after they shower, when they're when they're driving to work, like there's going to be a specific time that works for them that they can spend a few minutes just to say good morning to you. So that feels nice. That feels good. I have retelling our story. That feels like more of we're going to have a really kind of interesting how we met story. So maybe when people ask, how did you guys meet? We could have, I don't know, just kind of this kind of a cute, neat way of meeting. Like, I do feel like it's a little bit organic. I do feel like it came in from nowhere. We were both kind of looking, but maybe it's unexpected, something like that. But I do feel like it's a story worth telling. One of those stories where if I hadn't gone to my friend's, engagement party, I would never have met them. If I hadn't gone out that night, my friends were dragging me, I wouldn't have met this person. So it feels like one of those stories, like something inside of me told me to go, so that, our paths could cross. So something along those lines. Let's see what they have for you for charms. Let's see what they want you to know. Spirit, let's get a scoop of charms. So far it feels like somebody who wants to be in a relationship. And I feel like that's half the battle, finding the person who is ready emotionally to be in a relationship. But I'm going to say this person has other areas of their life pretty well put together. And I think that would be a good clue for you. So let's see. I've got a Cancer. Okay, some more signs. I have a Libra. I have a Taurus. And I have the letter P. I have a star. That felt very clear to me. It was like, this is what I wish for. This is definitely what I wish for. This is the type of person I want in my life. So if this is the type of person you want at the end, you can just manifest it and release it and claim it, and it's yours. Okay, I have this beautiful star. So that's coming into me as a sun with an intuitive eye. So it's your intuition telling you that this is a new beginning. This is a right beginning. I feel that I'm not hesitating to move forward with this person. I trust this person. I feel like because they have follow through. They do what they say they're going to do. If I say I'm going to call you, I call you. If I say I'm going to pick you up at a certain time, I show up at that time. So they've got a lot of kind of consistency and follow through and stability. So I'm starting to trust this person very easily. I have it looks like I don't know. It's not rugby. What is this? I don't know. It's some kind of field sport, field hockey, I think it is, something like that. But some kind of field sport. I played football. I played soccer. I played field hockey. I definitely was involved in sports. Okay, so that could be on your side or their side. Okay, I have all these kind of cute little girl things. I have a little bunny. I have a unicorn. It could be daughters. The daughters might be older at this point, but maybe I raised two girls, something like that on either side. I have a lot of I have a lot of little girl energy around this connection. So it could be grandchildren, but I feel like two girls in particular. Okay. I have an octopus that's coming into me as I can't keep my hands off of you. So they're very attracted to you. So we might have a great, and I love your lips. Okay. So this beautiful, somebody who wears even red lipstick. So somebody who can pull off red lipstick, or I love your lips. I can't wait to kiss you. Things like that. And I have this big, beautiful key to your heart. They use the word passage to me. So all I can think of is a passageway, like I'm passing through something, I'm getting over something. This is like a life passage even like those girls could be a little bit older and they're off on their own right now, or my last one just went away to college. So it was almost like a life passage feeling. So maybe we've got somebody who's in transition that is got a little bit older kids, and I'm finding myself as a empty nester, something like that. And I have a pink flamingo. So maybe I want to move to Florida. Maybe my dream is to be a snowbird and have two homes and go back and forth. So maybe somebody's planning a trip to Florida, or who wants to go to the Florida Keys or something like that. So that feels nice. Let's get some loving messages. Right now, it feels like you've got somebody that is pretty stable. And I like that feeling. I like the sense that you're attracting. Just remember, you attracted this stability because you're stable. So wherever you are in life, you're going to attract what it is that you're at. You're going to attract your match. So it must mean that you're in a good place. It must mean that you have a lot to offer. And I liked the synergy in the beginning of the reading, that we can bounce ideas off of each other and motivate each other in other areas of our lives. So that felt good as well. Spirit, what are the loving messages? No one has ever believed in me the way that you do. Yeah, you may love to talk about their work. You may love to listen to how they're growing a business or what their next business venture is and what their ideas are. You might be right in there with them. So it might be very stimulating for both of you. I melt every time I see your smile. I love your smile. Beautiful. I'm burning with passion and desire for you. How wonderful. You could turn me on with just a touch. So it's obvious that this person is very physically attracted to you. Lots of chemistry, high chemistry, and nothing compares to you. So that tells me they're not out looking. It tells me that once they find you, like you're it, they're not going to be out there looking for somebody else. So that feels really good also. Let's put this out into the universe. We'll ask Spirit to bring this to you now if this hasn't entered your life yet. And these are the types of energies that you would like in your life. So we will ask Spirit to bring this to you now. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you picked Group B, this reading is for you. So you picked this beautiful Dove card, and arms wide open, ready to receive. It's a new beginning. A new venture awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. So I'm waiting for a new beginning. It looks like you're searching for somebody new. It feels like you are just waiting and ready to receive. So Spirit, I call upon you for loving messages. What is it that you need us to know? What is it that you need us to hear at this time? I am listening for you now. I have tie the knot. Meeting somebody who wants a commitment. Somebody who actually will walk down the aisle. Somebody who wants the whole package. If that's something that you're manifesting, it could be Spirit's way of saying, we know that. We know what you want. We're trying to bring that to you. Yes. Yes, they are. Will I say yes? I will say yes to the question. If they pop the question, I will say yes. Beautiful. And I have a performance. Okay, so a little bit of putting on a show for you. Okay, maybe they are a little bit love struck, is how Spirit's saying it. And I have a magic moment. They want to sweep you away. They want to be the one that you're the only one that they think of. So a little bit of a possibly putting on a show in the beginning. You know, maybe they're doing a little too much love bombing. Maybe you have to say, I'm not going anywhere, just relax. Because sometimes people are so excited that they met somebody that they actually like that they go a little overboard. And that's how it's feeling, that, you know what, I just really like you, and I want to capture your attention, and I want you to like me. And so I just feel like initially they go a little bit overboard. So that's okay. I mean, I guess it's better than underboard, right? It's better than gaslighting you and breadcrumbing you. So we're just not used to it. I have a King of Swords. I have a Two of Cups. I have a Three of Cups. There's my celebration. I always see the Three of Cups as an engagement. I always have seen it as I can't wait to tell everybody that, you know, the good news. And I have a Judgment. So I feel like this is an awakening of some kind. I feel that my soul is awakened because of you. I feel that it is life-changing, Spirit just said. So whoever this is a life-changing decision for both of you. And it is it's the next phase in your life is really how it's coming into me. I have a Chariot. Beautiful. I have a Four of Swords. And I have a Hermit. So this person, probably both of you, but this person in particular has been alone for a while. The number 4 feels more specific, like 4 years. I have a King of Cups and a Ten of Cups at the bottom of my deck and a Fool. So this, and a Lovers. I'm going to take all of these. This person has been alone, and they want to move forward with this connection. They're starting to have feelings for you, Spirit saying. They're realizing that they could easily fall in love with you. You're the type of person they can fall in love with. So they're not afraid to hold back. If anything, they're probably, you know, going a little overboard. They really want this new beginning. They do. They really want something real, Spirit just said. So as much as you're out there looking for something real, your partner's looking for something real also. They believe in marriage, Spirit just said. They're somebody who they always saw themselves being as a married person, having a family, having a home, sharing a life with somebody. So it's somebody who does and is looking for a commitment. If that's not something that you want, this might not be your reading, or this might not be your person. But this person, I feel it could be for religious reasons. It could be they just always saw themselves in that kind of a relationship. And they always hoped that they would find the right one. So that feels really, really nice to me. Let me grab a couple of clues. These are just some channeled clues that I've done. Maybe something will jump out at anybody, but I feel like these are a little bit more specific, almost like clues. So let's get these. I got some cards mixed in here. Okay. Spirit, please share with me. I have an engineer. So somebody who could have a math and science background, somebody who could be strong in math and sciences, something like that. Likes to wear shorts around the house. I feel like that's around the house. Like when I get home from work, I have, I want to say stretchy shorts, like elastic waist shorts. And I put those on. They could be like made out of sweat pant material, something like that. And I hang out with my shorts all the time. I love pets. I I would have a house full of pets if I could, but I would say that there are definitely animal lover spirits saying dogs, cats. Yeah, they would definitely have, you know, a little bit of everything. They grew up with dogs. They grew up. I think they even had a cat. You know, so they're very familiar with animals, very comfortable with animals. Math and science again. Okay, so somebody in strong with that. I have a gray car, dark colored car. Lives in a private home. Okay, they could own their own home already. They could own a home, live there by themselves. They've been alone for a while. They could be in the building trade, an engineer. They could be like a structural engineer, something like that, or even somebody who would be responsible for like inspections, you know, like structural inspections or phases, something like that. So building trade. I have medium colored hair, brown hair, sandy brown hair. Okay, so maybe in the summertime it gets lighter with the, you know, just lights, the sun hitting it. Look at those eyes. Okay, so this person could have gorgeous eyes. This person could have, that could be there. In the card is the blue lettering. So there's a part of me that they're like stunning blue eyes. So this person can have blue eyes, brown hair, light colored eyes, possibly. That's coming in. But the eyes, I feel like I notice right away. Spirit, please share with me what sign they may be. I have a Cancer, nurturing. I have a Scorpio. I have a Sagittarius. You could be these signs as well. I mean, one or the other. I have a Libra and I have a Gemini today. Okay, so I'll take that. Tell me more about this connection, Spirit. What is it that you need me to know? I have a wallflower. I've been waiting. I'm shy. Somebody's shy. So I feel like just waiting for the right one. Okay. It just feels like I don't date or sleep around. I'm just waiting for the right one. So, you know, are you a wallflower or are you just being patient? I probably would say you're just being patient. Somebody who has an advanced education, a career, very smart. Okay. There's that, I don't know. I mean, I might be intimidated by how good they are with math, or they can get in and out of a computer, or they're the person who you give your phone to and say, well, fix this for me. So they're good at stuff like that. I have children. I love children. I love animals. Now, whether there's children in the mix or not, I'm not feeling necessarily like I've had my children. But I love children and I love animals and I love to be married. I feel like they would like kind of that traditional lifestyle. And I guess that's how they always saw their path. They just haven't met their person yet. A dating queen. I want to date you. So there's a feeling of a little bit of a love bomby energy that I felt. Presents, flowers, phone calls, maybe cards. I mean, it's sweet. And I think that if you didn't like this person, you would be kind of like freaked out. But because you like this person, you think it's sweet. Okay. So, but I think you may have to tell this person to just calm down a little and just say, you know what, I'm not going anywhere. And you don't have to bring me flowers every time that we see each other, you know, something like that. I want to get some timelines on this one. Spirit, please share with me a time. Let's see. I have the next couple of days. Okay. It's the number 31. It's the 31st when I'm recording this. So maybe it's today. Let it be a mystery. Okay. Let it be a mystery. It's time to let go of anything that could be holding you back from finding this person. And the time is now. That's nice. The time is now. Okay, so that tells me that we're in the present. Good. Let's grab some charms. Let's see if they'll give me some clues with the charms and what it is that they want us to know with the charms. I have a big, beautiful bowl of charms. So let's see what they're saying. Let's see what's going on. I'm going to go down here with my scoop. Okay. Okay. And I'm going to start with this bunch of grapes. And it came into, now it's coming into me a couple different ways. First thing that it came in was we're a lot alike because the grapes are all the same. And then it came into me a second ago, and it was that I'm a very healthy eater. That I always have fresh fruit. I always have fresh vegetables. I try to find, like, they're saying borderline organic. I'm not crazy about organic, but if I have if it looks like it's good organic, I could prefer that. But I definitely always look for like the best. I go to the best stores for produce, or I go to farm stands, things like I would go out of my way to get something special. Okay. Like I would go to a farm stand out of my way to get fresh corn. So that's how it's coming into me. So somebody who's a little bit particular about stuff like that. I have a Libra. Okay, so I have this beautiful balancing scale here. We balance each other. I have a Leo. Okay, strength there coming in. And I have a Pisces. So that could be you, that could be them. What is this guy? I have high heels. I have quite a couple of things with high heels. So maybe I have somebody that has a shoe collection. Maybe somebody who definitely looks sexy in high heels. And I have lipstick. Okay, so I have hot pink. I have somebody who can pull off high heels. Maybe I have like really nice shoe collection. Maybe my shoes are really important to me. I love shoes. I love shoe shopping. Closet, lined with shoes, something like that. I have an A, the letter A. I have a tree of life. So I do want somebody I want to put down roots with. They're saying, I want to grow old with you. Yeah. It's somebody who always saw themselves in a committed relationship. They're not afraid of it. I know that's shocking, but there are people out there that still believe in relationships. All right, what is this guy? Hold on. I get it. My nails aren't getting it. Let's see. Let me see what this guy is. Oh, it's a snail. Okay. At a snail's pace, you're trying to be patient, but you're tired of waiting. They're saying time is of the essence. So for some of you, it could be difficult because you could be at that age where you want to have children and you don't want to wait much longer to meet your person because you want to have children while you're still young, something like that. So I get it. I get the snail's pace. So that could be just, I'm tired of waiting, but we've got to, yeah. And I have a turtle too, and they go kind of slow too. So yeah, you're probably struggling with that. It's not happening fast enough. How about if it's just because it's not the right person, and maybe we just hold on to will be worth the wait, or you don't want to be with just anybody. So finding the right person takes time. It's not, yeah, there's a lot of, kind of Joe Schmoes out there, but you don't want that. I have a teddy bear. That feels like I'm very affectionate. That felt like I was very huggy. Okay, hold my hand, very affectionate, hold you in bed. Come here, let me hold you, energy. So very affectionate. That felt nice. And what is this little guy? Compact. Yeah, so I have kind of this girly girl energy with the high heels. a compact of makeup, mirror compact in my pocketbook. So I like to get dressed up. I like makeup, I like hair, I like nails, I have nice shoes. I like to get dressed up, and those things are fun for me and important to me. So I don't blame you. I like those things too. All right, let's see what else. I have perfume. I smell good. I smell good. I look good. That could be you. That could be them. I have a little pink guitar. I'm going to say I have good taste in music more than anything. And I have this little flower, but it feels like flower power. I feel like the 70s for some reason. So maybe I just feel drawn to the 70s. I don't know. Maybe I just like their music. Maybe I like 70s music, something like that. Okay. So there is I think I got them all. What's this? A cherry? Yeah. I'm going to put that with the grapes, like fresh cherries. Yeah. So yeah, this person loves fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, and probably a pretty healthy eater on the whole. So that's good. That tells me that they're probably very healthy. If they're, if they're eating fruits and vegetables, that's a good sign. Let's see what some loving messages are. Let's see what they want you to know. Spirit, tell me what you want me to know about this connection, future feelings. Just run away with me. That feels like let's elope, I mean, I don't know if that's what you do. I felt more like a bride in the whole shebang, but I just want to marry you. I can't wait to marry you someday. So run away with me. Let's elope. Maybe some of you do. Maybe you do. You just run away. I fantasize about you and I long to touch you. So very affectionate. Very affectionate. I want to hold you in my arms. I want to kiss you. I want to take a chance and risk it all, but I'm afraid. I think you're the first person that this person is going to fall in love with. I think that they've had other relationships. I feel like they've even shared long-term relationships with people, but I don't feel like they've ever been so kind of enamored as they have with you. And maybe that's where all that love bombing is coming in right from the beginning, because they see something in you they've never had, never felt. I really do love you, and I want you in my life always. This is a forever love, no doubt in my mind. Let's put this out into the universe. If this is something you want, put it in the comments. I claim it. I own it. It's mine. I'm taking this one. I want to thank Spirit for these messages. If you picked Group C, this reading is for you. So you picked this kind of hot and fiery card, heart. And it says transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. So you could have somebody already on your mind in this reading. So this could be a confirmation for you, or somebody that's on your mind that you'd like to manifest to take it to the next level, something like that. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you have for us? What is it that you want us to know? I have late night talks. Okay. I can talk to you about anything. Also a feeling of two things. It was pillow talk. Okay. That we talk, probably way to like the wee hours of the night, they're saying. And then it's a feeling of long night conversations on the phone where we could start out at 8 p.m. and, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. We're still on the phone, like, what are we doing? We could watch a movie together. We could just talk all night long, just about anything and everything. So usually that's how you tell you've got somebody that you're really into. You just can't get enough of them. And all you do is, talk and talk and talk. I love you. So is this person going to turn into something more, Spirit? And slow dancing. It's slow dancing in the kitchen. I feel like I can dance with you when there's no music. I just take you in my arms and I pretend. I pretend to dance with you in the kitchen. I dance with you on the back porch, you know. It doesn't matter where we are. It's this feeling of we don't even need dance. We don't even need music to dance. So very romantic energy. The Spirit just said this is what you've been wishing for. So if this is somebody that you're thinking of, I do feel the transformation. I do feel the transition into this. I have a Hanged Man. I've been waiting. I'm waiting for somebody. I have a Two of Swords. I'm waiting for somebody to decide. Okay. I have a Ten of Pentacles. I want it all. It's like I want it all. We could have it all with this person. And I have a Queen of Swords in reverse, which is, most of my cards are upright only because that's how I prefer to read them. But the Queen in reverse is telling me is I haven't quite made up my mind. And that could be what you're struggling with. You know, I just need this person to once and for all, you know, say, let's get this thing going. So it's a little bit at a standstill for some reason. I have a Six of Pentacles. I have a King of Wands. I have a Queen of Wands. So the passion is there. I need more give and take. I want more give and take. And I have a Knight of Swords. Now that's encouraging because I feel like there's a break. It almost feels like a break in the stalemate, the break in, you know, what happens next? Where do we go from here? The conversation, so to speak, that takes place that says, yeah, let's continue this. I love being with you. I want to be with you. Let's move forward, something like that. So I do feel like, you know, they're saying it's been a long time coming. So you actually have been either waiting for someone or waiting for a particular person for a little while. So let's see what else they say. A storm warning. Okay, a wrecking ball, drama. Maybe in order for you guys to be together for some reason that something, you know, there's going to be kind of drama around it. And maybe we've been hesitant for that reason. Maybe somebody hasn't made a decision because maybe there's someone else involved, or they would have to hurt somebody in order to be with you. And there's a little bit of drama involved, rolling the dice, taking a chance. You know, a lot of people have a hard time with, and I'm not talking about marriage. They might not be married to somebody, but people date somebody like casually, or they have a relationship with somebody, but they never really commit to them. And then when they find somebody they really want to be with, they have to say goodbye to that person. And there's some feelings there. It's not enough for them to be in a relationship that was exclusive, but there's still some feelings there, and there's some history there. And sometimes it's always like, am I ready to give that up and hurt that feeling, that person, to be with somebody else? So it could be something like that, but they have to. You know, they got to take the risk if they're going to be with you. So no strings attached, Spirit just said. It's all or nothing. I have a wedding. I want somebody that I can share a life with. I want a commitment. I have a fated meeting and a magnetic attraction. So maybe I wasn't expecting to meet you. Maybe you came into my life out of nowhere, and neither one of us were expecting to fall in love. You don't get to decide who you fall in love with or when. And sometimes there's complications. I'm going to say it that way. Sometimes, you know, we're both living big lives. We're both coming to, as adults, we're coming to a connection with a history. So it's not always that simple as, you know, we're perfectly single and there's no feelings for anybody. Sometimes it's complicated, and you could be in a situation. Let's get some initials. First initials, last initials. Let's see what we have. I have the letter I have an S, I have an L, I have an N, I have an S, I have an L. I have a D. I have a J, a U, an L, C, T, V, Z, C, D. Let's get a couple more. The letter R and an H. Okay, so some of you, maybe that's enough for you to have, a clue. Let's get some, what sign might they be, Spirit? I have an Aries. I have a Virgo. I have an Aquarius. I have a Pisces. And I have a Capricorn. Okay. And what else do you want to tell me about this connection, Spirit? Let's see. Let me go into these romantic feelings because, yeah, there's a part of me that says, I'm just waiting for this person to decide. I wasn't expecting any of this, but I'm just hoping they make the, they choose me, basically. Individuality. Be wary of possessive partners and maintain your individuality. Be yourself for now. Like, just kind of live your life. Do the best you can. Just be happy. Live your life. Like, with or without this person. Put your energy into you for the moment. I have boundaries. Love may challenge your boundaries. Protect them. I'm not going to be the other person. I think that's a boundary. I'm not going to enter into something with you unless there's no strings attached. And I have a celebration. Today we celebrate the love that you share with those who matter the most. Now, I feel like this is a prediction that there's a day that this person chooses you and we do end up together and we do end up in, this looks like a wedding toast, that we do end up having this kind of, fairy tale, ending. But for now, I feel like your person is struggling a little bit with what if I choose the wrong fork in the road? Well, they just need more time, just be yourself and they just need more time, but you can't make them make a decision. They got to do that all on their own. Then they got to be with you. So here is my charms. Let's see what my charms are saying. Yeah, it's hard. Life is, sometimes people come into our life that we just weren't expecting and they kind of blow us away. Like, what happened to my life? All right, let's see. I've got a Libra. All right. Let's see. I have a heart. You've captured my heart. It's like, that's all. It feels like it's a conversation, like it's in a conversation bubble. And it feels like that's all I'm thinking about. That's all I'm talking about. I'm in love with this person. So you both could be doing that. Here's a lot of hearts. Okay. I've got a Capricorn. What is this heart? I've got another big heart down here. What does that say? Girl gang. I feel like I'm talking about it to my friends. I would definitely say that. I'm talking about it to my friends. What's going to happen? What's going on? I have a heart. I have a lock. Okay. This looks like a pair of glasses that are hearts, but it looks like two hearts connected. Our hearts are connected, almost like nobody can take this away from us now that we found this kind of love. So that feels good to me as well. I have a star, a sun, a new beginning. I'm really hopeful for the new beginning. I feel like this kind of love isn't we can't push this kind of love away, Spirit just said. So it really is just a matter of time that we're going to be together. It's just kind of frustrating waiting is how I feel. It's kind of the not knowing. Okay, so I have a makeup compact. the pinks are jumping out at me. There's a lot of pinks. So it's somebody who maybe can wear a lot of pinks. I do have a large comb, and this always comes into me as somebody who would have thick, dark hair that has to be, you know, combed with a big, wide comb just when it's wet. So dark hair, pinks, purples, whites, blacks, something like that. Colors look good on this person. I have dresses. I like to dress up. I definitely like to dress up. I could wear sundresses. I could wear skirts. I have high heels. So I do like to dress up. I feel like I'm kind of trendy, a little bit trendy, like fun stuff, I guess. You know, like I have a style that maybe is kind of unique to me. So this person could be you. I have another heart, lots of hearts. Look at here. The hearts are all over the place. Like my heart, you've got my heart. I mean, you know, you're either in love with this person or you're going to be very much in love with this person. I have a little bunny. Let me see. What's this guy? Here's another sun. It's a new beginning. It would be a new beginning for both of you, is how I feel. Okay, I have an Easter basket. I'm going to put the bunny in the Easter basket. Now, I know Easter's a long ways away. It would be like the spring. But maybe by Easter, we're together. You know, I mean, April, something like that. I mean, it seems like it's far away, but in the big picture of life, maybe that's a timeline Spirit sharing with us. Let's see what this little guy is. It's a phone. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of communication. I do. I feel I've got a headset here. Somebody who listens to music all the time. Maybe that they listen to music like while they work with a headset. That's how that came into me. I also have this kind of, I don't know, I'm going to say a specialty drink. Like you go to Starbucks and it's got all the cream and it's got 6 shots of caramel sugar in it or whatever those shots are, you know, mocha caramel, something, but it just feels like I drink some things that are very sweet and it has all the bells and whistles, and maybe I pick it up like on my way to work, or that's my treat after I work out, or, you know, something like that. Probably, you know, counterproductive. I get this big treat after I work out, but somebody who can get away with that. The phone, I feel like there's a lot of messaging going on. I do have the flower. I mean, there's a lot of loving energy. There's a lot of confusion, Spirit just said, around this connection. It's like this person can't have it both ways. And I feel like you're putting up the boundaries. And I feel like you can feel it. They can feel it. And it's just a matter of time, but you are putting up the boundaries, but there has been or will be a lot of communication on that phone. And I guess stand strong, be yourself. You have a lot to offer. Okay. You're very unique. You're very special to them. So I would say, you know, it's just a matter of time, but unfortunately, it looks like we may still have to be patient for this particular connection. Spirit, can I have a timeline since we're talking about time? Let's see. Timelines. Let's see what they say. Timelines. I have October. Okay. Not that far away. Maybe we start talking in October. Maybe we start to, you know, decisions are starting to be made moving forward. It's worth the time. I have January, fireworks, maybe heading into next year, you know, the new year, that, you know, things are clear, things are moving forward, we're okay. There's no strings attached, you know, something like that. We have amazing chemistry and terrible timing. That happens to a lot of people, unfortunately. Like I said, I mean, we don't live in a perfect world where everybody that we meet has nothing attached to them. And, but you don't want to be in a third party situation either. So that's where I feel the boundaries coming in. Like you would love to be with this person, but this person has to tell you that they can't be with anybody else. So that's probably what's going on in this particular reading anyway. So this might not be connecting to a lot of people. If that's the case, check out your readings, you know, reading 1, reading 2. Okay. And we'll put this out into the universe because I do feel like ultimately you're going to end up together. It's just a matter of time, Spirit just said. So I'm gonna put it out to the universe that we'll be a little bit patient for this particular person and we'll see where it goes. I want to thank Spirit for these messages. How beautiful. I want to thank you for joining me in this pick a card today. If you are new to this channel, please remember to hit that like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. Thank you for your kind words and your comments. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, go to my website, kathymamolin.psychicmedium.com. Also, if you would like to check out my other 2 channels, I have a main channel, lots and lots of readings over there. I'll put the link in the description. And I have a twin flame soulmate channel that you may be interested in as well. So those links will be in the description. I hope you enjoyed your pick a card reading today, and we'll see you all again real soon.